Hey guys, we're back with a little bit of Ace Attorney. The investigation part 2 just began. Not really for sure where we're going now. Like, I imagine the coroner's office will be one thing. Remember the girl in the plague doctor's mask or whatever? That, well, that might be, I think it's Maria? But her last name isn't Scythe, so I don't know. Have you seen the last name Gory at all? By the way, I get the pun now. Gory, coroner. Yeah, very funny. Still can't believe what just happened. I know. Inquired with the bailiff after the court session was adjourned. It seems Mr. Vigil was taken to the hospital to recover. I'm sure he'll recover, like, right at the end of the second day trial, right when we need him. Right. 10 years ago now. He attempted to commit suicide by jumping out of the window of the prisoner governor's office. That's what the broken glass was. Ever since then, he's completely blocked the memory of those events from his mind. Nobody knows his secret. Not his family, not even the man itself. But I forced it out into the open. Good old Erica would be proud. Was it wrong of me to do that? Did I overstep the mark, I wonder? Bruno. Oh, Iris. You're miles away. No, I brewed a fresh pot of soothing tea for you. Ah, thank you. You and Susie have had an exhausting day so far, haven't you? Oh! Thank you, Iris. So thoughtful of you. Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is? When we came out of the courtroom back in the defendant's antechamber, he disappeared. Oh, no. I don't know. He just suddenly sprang to his feet and left. All he said was, I must leave. Wonder if he's pursuing the mystery of Inspector Gregson's death. Well, you know what Hurley's always saying, don't you? There are mysteries in this world that should perhaps never be solved. Anti-Erica moment. That's a battler moment. For the construction of a solution comes only at the expense of the destruction of something else. What does that mean? It's, without love it cannot be seen. He knows very well that when you open someone else's old wounds, you often open your own too. Just can't take his own advice and leave well alone. Solving mysteries is too important to him. Hold on, I'm moving OBS so I can just see everything. Okay. That's so true. So true. That's what I like about Hurley after all. Why does she call him Hurley? Where does that come from? I suppose that's a lot of a great detective in some ways. So then, let's have tea. I'll give you a hand. Oh boy. You have time, Iris? Finish this month's manuscript at last. Barely a day to spare before the deadline. So looking forward to it. A brand new story. Oh, what is it? Dog of the Poppy Bills? I always hide Hurley's violin in the days before I have a deadline. Oh yeah? You do? Poor Mr. Sholmes. Sure, that's very wise, Iris. How sensible of you. Now then, my dear fellows, let's make a plan of action before we continue our investigation. Oh boy. How did it go in court this morning? I'm gonna skim some of this. Don't know the truth about what really happened? Clarence definitely didn't do it. That's good. Should I cover several new facts? Yep. There's another development too. Kazuma! It's quite clear now. Kazuma is not himself. The way he's acting, it's almost as if he's possessed. By a Dracula! At the end of the proceedings, it's like a bloodhound the way he's... Oh, a hound. It's not normally so mercilessly persistent. What's going on in his head, I wonder? We need to sit down with him and try to understand what he's going through. The Reaper's innocence. If Gregson was really murdered the day before his body was discovered, then Vincix has to be innocent, you see? I mean, do we know his alibi for that day? That should be easy enough to work out just by examining the corpse, surely. If there is a corpse. You'd expect so, but curiously, no time of death was included in the autopsy report. That is curious. There's still unanswered questions about Lord Vincix, though, aren't there? Do you mean... What was he doing on Fresno Street that day in the first place? According to his testimony, He was investigating Gregson. Turns out the little room was actually the inspector's secret office. Sounds like the makings of a devilish plot. Why was the notice board in there covered in those papers? Thank you to the Reaper. Got a bad feeling about this. Sounds horribly devilish. Gotta look into it. Gregson's move. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Gregson's movements. Never imagined I might be investigating an inspector's movements. According to the entry in his diary, he was carrying out an incognito investigation of the Red-Headed League. And he was doing the same as Hurley? Mr. Sholmes was trying to apply, which the inspector was investigating. Oh, right, he was trying to apply. I heard that weird. Do it should have been the other way around. Well, as it turns out, the inspector who went to investigate the Red-Headed League wasn't actually Gregson. It was Mr. Vigil. You know what that sounds like to me? He was using that as a cover to investigate something else. Establishing an alibi. Yep. You're absolutely right, Iris. Why would Gregson need an alibi? It appeared that the inspector had something to do that he wished to keep secret. I don't believe it. I was thought he was just a harmless lover of fish and chips. Perhaps they're seasoned or something a little more potent than salt and vinegar. Like cyanide. Perhaps we should try to move away from food analogies? Yeah, please. Van Zieks felt the need to investigate Gregson. Just find out what he knows. And Mr. Vigil's condition. Vigil, you say? Name of the lady who came? Yep. Oh, I guess we're gonna see more from her. Mr. Sholmes passed it all to us. And so Mr. Vigil's in the hospital? Do you know which one? St. Sinners? Yep. I caught it. Shouldn't wonder if all the other hospitals... Good one. In London have closed down. It's amazing, Bruno. Found the lady's husband already. Oh, we get paid for this, right? 10 years ago, when Mr. Vigil was the chief warder, he was responsible for overseeing the professor's incarceration. No! When the convict escaped, he was held responsible. Sometimes I don't want to grow up. Okay, sorry. I cut it there. I think I accidentally clicked too. Whereas ostensibly working as a peddler, he also had another secret job. His payback, yep. No idea. All adults have to know good true. What? Never paid anyone to impersonate me. Yet. Means he has ties to the professor and Inspector Gregson. Want to pay a visit to Mr. Vigil. Back to St. Sinner's then. Okay. I think it's clear what we need to do, isn't it? Let's investigate! You've been more enthusiastic than usual today. If anyone has anything to hide, my special Wilson shooting iron will set them straight. A water pistol? That's not a water pistol. Stuff full of piping out extra special blend of mine. But sure will be effective. Better be careful not to hide anything. It's strange that Mr. Sholmes is nowhere to be seen. He's gonna... He'll pop up eventually. Still. Let's go see what we can find out. We'll just see him in the background somewhere, doing something funny. Okay. That's available to us. Not the coroner's office yet. Let's check this out to see if there's anything there. Oh, there is. Kazuma. No arguments, Professor Asogi. We'll continue with the trial exactly as I instructed. Is that clear? Perfectly. It's Kazuma-sama. Defying Lord Strongheart by the sound of it. Never did know when to back down. On your way now, Asogi. My lord. Alright, Kazuma. Kazuma! Okay. You left without saying a word. He's not him without his headband. Yes? What are you doing here? I don't know, I just was popping in to say hi. I wanted Van Zieks' trial concluded today. Professor Asogi's unwelcome inquiries are going to make it longer than necessary. Unwelcome inquiries? As a result, I'm losing even more precious time. Currently 2 hours, 55 minutes, and 41 seconds. 42, 43. We must resolve everything before 3 hours have passed, Mr. Naruhodo. And I'm miraculous, not even 5 minutes? Just talk fast. Can't let his obvious bad mood put me off. I need information. The Reaper. Does Asogi believe Van Zieks is the Reaper? I wouldn't know. It was 10 years ago, in that fateful close trial, that Van Zieks made a name for himself among the judiciary. The next trial he fought, he lost. But the ringleader of a criminal organization was acquitted, thanks to all the jurors being under duress. That's awful. The man's freedom was short-lived. He lasted just 3 days. Let me see. They had a rock slide at the place of work, I believe. Correct. That's the inauguration of the Reaper of the Bailey. People believe Van Zieks was responsible? He was brought to trial himself. It was shown to have been an accident. Must have had a solid alibi then. Nevertheless, the mysterious deaths continued. In total, 16 persons perished in unusual circumstances, ostensibly at the hand of the Reaper. That's a long run of coincidences. The Reaper's true identity may well be revealed by this trial. The impact that revelation would have on the British public cannot be understated. Is that why it's a close trial? But so, like, was he brought to trial, like, right away? Or was it, like, later on? Because I'm just imagining there's a rock slide, and everybody in London was like, that Dracula did it, probably. But I mean, more realistically, the trial happened, like, you know, like the third or fourth time it happened. This country hasn't seen a close trial for 10 years. Really? So the last one was the professors? Hold on, my pop filter. Oh. No, stop it! Stop it! That's the recurring bit. The trial of Genshin Asogi? Correct. Actually, we heard that originally. You're gonna prosecute that trial yourself. Where did we hear that at? Van Zieks entreated me to relinquish the prosecution to him, that he might avenge his brother's death. Here we are, 10 years later. The son of the man Van Zieks is condemned, now looking to avenge his father's death in the same way. Do you say that what goes around comes around? However, it would seem the new young prosecutor is harboring some ulterior motive as well. Consequences? I like my organization to run smoothly, in the exact manner that I prescribe. As with the giant clock in here, I won't tolerate a single cog behind out of step with the others. Oh, we're acknowledging this? That's one of those gears around in here. Rudosuke just didn't question it. The young man refuses to mesh with other parts of my great machine. I'll be forced to take steps. What do you mean? That's something with which you need to concern yourself. Murder? In any case, all your questions will be answered tomorrow. Now, I shall ask you to excuse me. As of this moment, I've been delayed from attending my next meeting by precisely 3 hours. It's a long time. I hold you entirely responsible. We were 5 minutes. Though we miraculously managed to fit everything in not even 5 minutes? Wonder if you might agree to us, talking with Prosecutor Asogi? Well, he doesn't own them. Discussions between the defense and the prosecution outside the courtroom are generally frowned upon. Is it? However, I will make an exception in this case. Now go! You can find him in his office. Thank you. Let's go see him at once. Yeah. That's was my best friend in the world, but really not at all sure I know how to talk to him at the moment. See, I wonder what his office looks like. Oh, is it just Van Zieks' office? 2nd of November. Oh, he has a little... This is the office of Prosecutor Asogi now, is it? What, Van Zieks has been arrested for 1 day? He lost his office? Kazuma's doing well for himself. He always has to kneel on the floor yet. It's his habit to sit Seiza style whenever he's working. Well, looks like our journey here was wasted. Prosecutor appears to be out. Oh. Perhaps we should discuss things. With another prosecutor we know first? Oh, okay, so Dr. Banzig's first, then we can go here. Prison. Hey, Dracula. He's reading, look. Oh, Iris is here now. I don't think she was there in the prosecutor's office, was she? He doesn't seem like he wants visitors, does he? He must have noticed we're here, surely. Hey, stop ignoring us. What do you Nipponese want? No way to get a lawyer who's trying his hardest to prove your innocence, is it? Perhaps not. Huh? I apologize. So what can I do for you, Mr. Naruhodo? We outlogicked his racism. Let's go. Francis is speaking earnestly. The fog will lift over London for the first time in months tomorrow. This does feel very, very strange. I must say, I was impressed. Well, thank you. Not by you, but your fellow Nipponese, your prosecutor friend. I mean, he did study under you? I hope so. Oh, I see. Yes. It's sardonic, don't you think? If I knew what sardonic meant, I might be very upset, Banzigs. For a man such as me, so loathing of the Nipponese, to be entirely at the mercy of you two. I suppose. It's retribution for having played the part of the Reaper all these years. Played the part. Played the part. Do they know a little bit more about it, though? The Reaper's identity. Once told me you'd gladly allow people to believe you're the Reaper. You said hope to reduce them out of serious crime. Keeping quiet and playing the part benefits the cause, a cause I myself am committed to pursuing. Then why would I choose to say anything? And the henchman of a criminal killed by the Reaper attacked you only the other day. Oh, I forgot about that part. That's just the most recent of many attempts on your life, wasn't it? Someone is clearly profiting from your silence about all this. Someone is using you. Believe me, ever since the Reaper first appeared, I've been doing my utmost to expose him. Or rather, expose the organization. It's a whole organization? The British government? It's inconceivable that all those accidents were orchestrated by one man. No, the Reaper always appears to have very accurate information about the accused in each case, which could only mean that somebody at Scotland Yard is involved. It has to be Strongheart, right? Someone at... You can't mean... Or Sholmes. Or it could still be Sholmes. It's taken me many years. I finally identified the central figure in the Reaper organization. Tobias Gregson. No way. No. No! Gregson? The Reaper? No way. Right? Right? The reason you're investigating Inspector Gregson is because... Wait. What was the fourth name on the list? Wilson? Oh, because remember, we had the four names. Aishin, who was Giselle Brent. We had Kazuma, we had Gregson, and John Wilson. We know... Okay, we know Giselle Brent was working for someone to, like, kill Wilson, right? And we know now that Kazuma, well, he was originally going to work for the Japanese government, and now he's working directly for Strongheart. Then, if Gregson was working for someone, does that also imply that Wilson was working for someone? Was he the one who... Was he the professor? You intended to expose him as the Reaper? As I said, I thought it was a hit list. What if it's the opposite? It's the hitter list. The Reaper of the Bailey is no single person. It's a highly secret organization with close ties to Scotland Yard. There's no doubt. But no, Gregson... I don't think Gregson can be evil. He was a key member of that organization. I don't believe it. Like, did he know more than he let on? Definitely. But are you saying that Gregson is behind all those awful criminals meeting there? Gregson didn't do the dirty work himself. Oh. He was the tactician. His job was to covertly investigate the marks and plot the assassinations. Now, in order to do that without arousing suspicion, he regularly needed a firm alibi. Which is where Mr. Vigil came in, posing as the inspector. Vigil knows nothing of the Reaper. The room he rents on Fresno Street was almost certainly the headquarters of the operation. Gregson would have met the assassin there for briefings. So we don't actually know who carried out the killings then. Actually, I do have a name. You what? You didn't say this earlier? You can name the man if the true identity of the Reaper already then. Or, if I can name the woman. Don't say Giselle Brent. Oh. She's a young woman by the name of Assassin. Wait. What? Shin? Miss Asa Shin. The true name of the terrifying killer I know only too well. She came to Japan posing as a visiting student and murdered Dr. John H. Wilson. It seemed that diplomatic protection would help her escape Japan in conviction. She was murdered. That woman was actually the Reaper of the Bailey? Mr. Naruhodo, this perhaps isn't the place to discuss... No, of course not. Yeah, Iris is here. She's got to find out her dad's dead at the worst moment possible. The fact that she killed Dr. John H. Wilson. Or he's actually alive somehow this whole time. Because Iris doesn't know, and it's very likely the man was her father. Question mark? Assassin. I should let father know at once. Yes, I agree. He totally already knows. Prosecutor Asogi. Kazuma, is it? Kazuma Asogi. He says you say he's a friend of yours. My best friend. My Nakuma. He's the whole reason I got to come to Japan. To Britain. It was all on his merits. I have nothing but respect for him. Yes, I understand that only the very best students are selected for such opportunities. I had a fine demonstration of how sharp he is in the proceedings earlier today. He missed nothing. In fact, his flawless performance very much reminded me of his father. Genshin Asogi, the professor. It's true that the aristocracy at the time was the root of numerous grave societal problems. They were abusing their power, playing with the common man as pawns in politics, in economics, in war. In many ways, Asogi was carving out a canker from society that we British couldn't deal with ourselves. I see. That's precisely why it makes no sense. Clint Van Zieks was a noble and upstanding man. He wasn't corrupt. Why did that dang Nipponese have to go and take my brother's life? In spite of having once saved mine. Oh. He saved your life? How did that happen? Is this a new song? It was 10 years ago on a foggy night. What was to be the professor's final strike had sent a wave of panic through the capital. And you know, when was Jack the Ripper? 1888. Is the professor meant to be like a... Well, I mean, obviously, you know, Jack the Ripper targeted like prostitutes and stuff, right? But because that's like the same year, pretty much. Because this is 1900. 10 years before that, you know, it was just 2 years off. Clint Van Zieks was already been killed at this point then. Genshin and I were walking down some back streets at a late hour. Of course, at that point, I had no idea of the true nature of the man at my side. All of a sudden... Don't make a peep! You're coming with us! We were surrounded... Wait, this is literally what happened with Kazuma and him a couple days ago. All of our assailants were armed with pistols, their faces obscured by scarves. Clint was not only from noble heritage, he was a brilliant prosecutor as well. The scum of London hated the sight of him. They had no sympathy for his younger brother either. Been targeted several times before already. It's Fancy's alright, we got him! Could hear them murmuring amongst themselves. I knew they were after me. And then Genshin cut down all of their bullets with his katana in one swing. Just when I thought my time had come. They let them kill you. Clint would never forgive me. It was Asuhi's voice. Just a whisper in my ear. So, okay, so Clint died before he... I mean, I've kind of been thinking that Clint was the professor, right? Like, this whole time. But... if he was already dead here, that doesn't really check out. Was it Wilson, then? That was mostly just throwing stuff at the wall, but that... I mean, he was literally a professor. Alternatively, it's... well... okay, see, I dislike the idea of... well... okay, I'm not gonna say every Japanese character. I don't want Japan as its government to come off completely innocent in this whole affair. Like, obviously, the British government's involved. But, like, you know, given what's going on in, like, you know, 1900 Japan, I don't want them to come out looking like the good guys, right? That wouldn't leave the best impression on me. So it's not like Miko Toba has to be involved, right? But, like, I'm thinking Genshin learned something about the British-Japanese deal, and they had to have him killed or something to silence him. Bang! To make sure that agreement still went through. After that, I don't remember exactly what happened. The next thing I knew, there's silence all around. Genshin lay on the cobbled street. Blood was seeping from his left hand. He'd shielded me. Two days later, they arrested him. On suspicion of being London's most notorious mass murderer ever, the Professor. How awful for you. All at once, I lost the brother I revered, the foreign friend I held in such high regard. I'm so sorry, Lord Manzix. That's the end of my miserable tale. Never thought I would recount it to anyone. Well, thank you for confiding in me. The Professor, the Reaper, and Inspector Gregson. I wonder just how intimately related they all are. Still can't quite believe that Gregson was essentially the Reaper, giving assassination orders to Giselle Bright. Mr. Naruhodo, let's go and inform my father. I'm sure our government will want to hear about this new information. When's I gonna meet your daddy, Susie? Hooray! Don't call him daddy, that's weird. Yes, alright. Let's head back to the Great Waterloo Hotel then. Okay, what else from case the first game could still get brought up? Like, obviously the Morse code. That's definitely being brought up at some point. What those four names have to do with each other. Is there anything else? I mean, the Reaper, that's obviously being brought up. Anything? I don't think so. Obviously the, Selden, was that his name? The treasure he had, the dog collar, that's gonna be brought up. Anything else? Case 3? Well, case 3 just happened. Wait. How did... Thinking back to case 3, like... oh yeah, Courtney Scythe and all that. Her name was Courtney, right? Not it yesterday, I think it again today. This place is so princely. It's a wild guess. Feeling you'll think the same tomorrow, too. Honestly, case 3 felt like a case 4, and this feels like a case 5. My tea has a finer fragrance than whatever they're serving at the tea room here, though. Wouldn't you say? Look what we have here. This is unexpected pleasure. Ah, Father! Oh, is this your daddy, Susie? How lovely! What a charming young lady. And you are? Really? So you're the author of the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, are you? I cut her introducing herself. Okay. Oh, no, it's just weird. Okay, that's a weird cut. I'm Chris Wilson, at your service, sir. I was waiting for her to say her last name. Susie's been such a wonderful friend to me over the last year, you know? Well, Miss Wilson, I say I read your work regularly with much interest. Iris actually lives with Mr. Sholmes, you know, Father. Is that so? Perhaps that goes some way of explaining that bright look in your eyes. You wouldn't be smiling so airily if you knew just how bright she is. Believe me. Now then, young Naruhodo, it was a pleasure seeing you in action earlier. As an invitee of the symposium, I was allowed to observe from the gallery. Oh! After I twisted some arms. I must say, it was a truly exemplary performance. Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm fairly sure you were admitted by Kazuma in the end there. No, please don't misunderstand. It was you who impressed me. Really? You made a cute anime girl gesture. He can't be evil. You didn't miss a step against Asoki. We all know how capable he is. Really, to have matured into such a fine defense lawyer in less than a year is quite extraordinary. It's very kind of you to say so. Really nice to hear. What I saw in court today confirmed what I've been hoping for. The favor I mentioned yesterday, Naruhodo. I trust you haven't forgotten? The favor. The favor. Was it like to look after... looked after someone? You did mention something, didn't you? But first, we have something to report, Father. Of course. Shall we take tea while we discuss matters further? Wonder where Judge Shikoku has gone. Got you. I was thinking that. About the Reaper. Do you know about the so-called Reaper of the Bailey? I've heard rumors. Some members of the judiciary explained it all to me yesterday. Of course, when I was a visiting student here, the Reaper had yet to emerge. It didn't appear until after that case, when the visiting students had already returned home. Grand Six was already in the dock today. I will make as many cuts as I have to. There'll be like 10 cuts. That was Barrick, the younger brother of Clint Van Six, I believe. That's right. He's known throughout London as the Reaper, as I've heard. The truth is, it wasn't him behind all those mysterious deaths. It was somebody else. I see. So what you're saying is, there's been a professional killer at work here? Exactly. Someone by the name of Asashin, in fact. I beg your pardon? Did you say Asashin? You mean that Giselle Brett woman who was responsible for killing my great friend? Oh no, a friend of yours is killed? Rico told me I think perhaps we shouldn't discuss that right now. Has he not made the connection? I mean, I didn't make the connection. That's not something we want Iris to find out about. Not like this, anyway. Dr. Wilson's death. I think I found it out when I was, like, editing, like, the case 1. After I did, like, when I was in the middle of doing case 3 or something. Or... No, I wasn't editing it. I already had it uploaded by then. I don't remember, but I've just remembered something. Biscuits! This hotel is the most delicious looking biscuits. Good distraction. So rather out of the blue. She's doing it this deliberately. Then go. See if I can purchase some. I wonder, would you like to come too, Iris? By biscuits they mean cookies, right? Just try and leave me behind. So that young girl. It's called Iris Wilson, is she? Yes, that's right. She's the author of all those stories featuring Sholmes. But the name of the credited author isn't Iris, is it? It's Dr. John H. Wilson. Yes, I know. It's the name of her father, you see? Her father? Dr. John H. Wilson. I was deeply indebted to the man for all the kindness he showed me during my time in London. That's why I was keen to reciprocate and invite him to the Imperial Yume University 4 years ago. He was murdered last year by Giselle Brett. Why would the hand of the Reaper stretch all the way to Japan? Iris knows nothing about that case. It seems very likely that the victim was her father. Well, can't say we ever spoke about his family, so I don't know if he had a daughter or not. I think I could say with some certainty that he was never the great detective's partner. Really? Could have been another Dr. Wilson, you think? Well, John and Wilson are both common names, after all. Still, it's probably best not to mention this to the young lady until we can be for sure. Has Sholmes? I need to go back and see what Trump said about Wilson, but I don't know where he did that at. The end of case 5, maybe? That's what we thought, yes. We're back! With cinnamon biscuits. They smell delicious, Iris. And cinnamon will go very well with the tea they serve here. Don't you, Susie? Yes, I'm sure you're right, Iris. Judge Jikoku. I haven't seen the judge for a while, have you? Yep, that's him. No, now that you mention it. I haven't seen him since this since this morning either. Suppose since the symposium's opening was postponed, I've gone to explore at the Great Exhibition. I think I know who's getting killed for case 5. That reminds me of something you mentioned yesterday. About Judge Shikoku, having once been in the dock himself? Ah, yes. So tied up with that accursed trial. Closed trial of Kazuma's father. Sesshiyo was trying to mitigate Kenshin's guilt, so he took to the stand to testify. But he got a little carried away and, actually managed to break the witness stand. What? With a hammer? He actually just brought a hammer around with him back in the day. It's just a coincidence gavels are hammers. He also said some contemptuous words about the British Empire, for which he was charged. So Jikoku's a good guy? Oh dear. It was worryingly easy to imagine him doing that. But remember, both of them were covering stuff up. They know stuff. It was alright in the end. He was acquitted and we returned home to Japan together. Thank goodness. Talking of Seichio, I have a copy of the photograph we all took together. Please, is this a court record? What a lovely picture. What's noteworthy about this? The suitcase? The fan? The armband? There's something in here that's gonna be used. Suddenly seems to shout, we've arrived in Britain. What's that gonna be for? None of us had any idea what was coming when we took that, did we? Wait, hold on. What day did he get here? What's the date on this? Cabin 01, 11th of September. London arrival, 1st of November. Have they been there that long? That means, I mean, it's the 26th that... Isn't it? I don't remember how this case opened. It's been too long. No, that's so true. Can I go back up and look at the date? No, it's too much text. But I swear it's like the 26th or something. Mention a favor you'd like to ask me. Well, this fateful trial that you're fighting. One way or another, it'll be over before long. When it is, I'd like you to accompany me back to Japan. But what about the Great Ace Attorney 3? You want me to... What? Father, what's the meaning of this? Now, Susato, you should understand. You've seen how our courts work firsthand. Japan's judicial system is in its infancy, especially when it comes to defense. Oh, you mean... The Supreme Court of Judiciary is in desperate need of a good defense lawyer. As soon as possible. Really quite urgently, in fact. But, I've not even been in London a year yet. I've read all of Susato's reports. Well aware of your extraordinary talents. Well, hold on, will I get paid more there? Having seen you in action with my own eyes earlier today, there's no question. You, Naruhodo, precisely the man our country needs. Wow, he said everything I want to hear. So, you'd be leaving then, you know? But then, what am I supposed to do, Father? You came here to serve as Asuki's judicial assistant. Oh yeah? Oh no! I'm being cucked by Kazuma! She's supposed to be Kazuma's assistant. Our government is still in the process of deciding how best to deal with this situation, though. You've always chosen your own path, Susato. I trust your judgment. In this matter also. Father! Please, the pair of you. Don't look so downcast. It's merely a suggestion, you understand? Okay, good idea. Send Susato back to be a defense attorney. And we keep Naruhodo here so he can keep hanging out with Kazuma. A hope, if I'm honest, but I won't force you. All I ask is that you consider it. Come to a decision by the time this trial concludes. Yes, alright. You won't leave, will you, Yuno? Thought it hadn't even crossed my mind. Up until now. Just been trying to do what I believe to be Kazuma's will. Turns out he's still alive, so... where does that leave me? Okay. Hold on, let's finish this up. If you'll excuse me now. I need to telegram government ministers and the Japanese police with the information about Asashin. Of course, Father. Thank you. I look forward to next month's installment, Miss Wilson. Oh, good. Please do come to Baker Street sometime, won't you? We'd love to entertain you. I'd be delighted. The best of luck for tomorrow, Naruhodo. And give my suggestion your full consideration, won't you? Yes, I will. Going back home? You know, Kazuma-sama has always meant a great deal to my father. I'm sure he'd love the chance to meet with him and talk to him about all of this. Yes, no doubt. ... Asashin? Of course, it's so obvious. Is Sholmes here? Oh, how could I have neglected to consider the possibility before now? I've been wondering when you'd show up. Mr. Sholmes! Early? Where have you been? Why, I joined you all for tea, of course. What an extraordinary question. He heard biscuits. I didn't notice you at all. No matter, no matter. Anyway, to more pressing concerns. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? I must dispatch a telegram to your country at once. It's a matter of much urgency. To Japan, you mean? Tell me, to whom can I entrust the task? Quickly now, who? I know a guy, Ouchie. Well... my father should just now left to send a telegram to the Imperial Peace Bureau of Japan himself. I see. Well, he looked reliable enough for a bearded fellow. Oh, that means Mikotomo's not evil? Because if he had a hunch... I don't think father sports could be considered a beard, Mr. Sholmes. Yeah, that's a mustache. Oh, is he talking about Chikoku? So not a moment to lose. Can I ask your trusty, unshaven father to see this assent? I will, but what is it? No questions at this time, if you please, Mr. Zato. All we can do is pray that for once, my deduction is awry. Doesn't that imply your deductions are normally... Now then! You may be surprised to learn that I'm a very busy man. Certainly have no time to hide behind settings and eavesdrop on other people's conversations. That's what joining us for tea meant. I leave the sending of this in your hands then, my dear fellows. What does it say? Like, state of her body? Or when she got there, or what? Wait a minute, Mr. Sholmes. Or about Wilson, even? Just sort of ran off, didn't he? Quite a pace. Left the unpaid bill for his tea behind. Oh, he had tea behind? Like, did we actually get into the court record? Or can we read it? Let's catch up with father at the telegraph office at once. I'll run and call us a cab straight away. There was me thinking everyone would be clamoring to pay Mr. Sholmes' bill. We're really not gonna let us read that? We're not gonna find out until like the final hour? Oh my god. Why is this evidence? What's in the fan? Or the suitcase? Which is the Jikoku is here. Wait, Suzato has like a smug smile with a hand? Or maybe it's the sweat drop. Nobody knows. Anyway, I think that's like long enough now with cuts. I don't know how long this is, but I think it's about like 40, 50 minutes. So I'll see you guys next time with... what do we have left? Fresno Street? Do we have to go back here? We definitely have to go to the hospital. And then I assume we'll go to the coroner's office? And I don't know what else. Anyways, next time.